All right. Now, I'm drinking Yingling Lager here on a Sunday. And no, I know it says Phillies there. I'm not a fan of any sports, but anyway, I said that I was going to add a link in the description on my video this morning of Barnum World, but I forgot, and I'm going to do that on this one. I liked it. I watched the whole thing and I liked it. Anti-government, the way they did it. Uh, you know, I mean, I was talking to my cousin on Friday when we went up. I went up there. He grabbed me. We drank six beer. I already had three beer, so I had nine and he had six. But one of the things that he said that really irritated me was this. He believes that, yeah, there's bad people in government, but holy shit. Holy fuck. But they've got a really hard job. And, it takes a lot to do their job, and, yeah, I'm not going to be able to finish this. Fuck that. Those people do not have a hard job. And I'm going to say this, even Massey and Rand Paul, who people go, oh, well, did you see what Massey did? And Rand Paul, they voted no. How, if I'm the only, I don't know really how to put this. People got to understand that there's controlled opposition, okay? Thomas Massey, his wife died suddenly. I don't think anything in politics happens by mistake. It doesn't happen suddenly and I think that was a warning to Thomas. Maybe he did have good intentions. But Thomas Massey and Rand Paul are controlled opposition as well. Because if he is voting no when the majority is voting yes and he knows that his no vote ain't going to do anything, you know what that is? That's giving people that believe in that hopium. Well, Thomas Massey, blah, blah, blah. Thomas Massey did. Uh, what did he do? One guy's voting no, while all the rest of them vote yes, and he knows that's going to happen. Do you realize Thomas Massey's a piece of shit too? If he would have any integrity, he would not be in government. All right? Yeah, they got a hard job. My God, they got a hard job, man. They got a hard job getting on their little jets and flying to certain islands and getting off with maybe jet lag, and they can't enjoy the young people that they're going there to enjoy, and they got to maybe go to bed. Maybe they're on drugs. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're like, yeah, I'm up. They're paid by a country and people that do not have our best interests at heart. They only care about them. That's it. Themselves, I should say. They don't even care about their little puppets that they pay. But yes, Barnum World. And you know what? I'm going to try to find it. There's another one, another movie called Jones Plantation. And that is also addressing the issue of statism. I like that. I got that movie. I bought that movie. This one here, I don't know if you can buy. It's free. It's on YouTube, so I'll put the link. I'm just a little guy. I'm a pleb, and I don't have the suit and tie, and I'm not one of these guys who's everybody looks at as up there. I don't look at them as up there. I look at them as down here. You know, I'd rather have dog shit on my shoe than them. I rather have dog shit. If it be like I got them on one shoe and dog shit on the other shoe, I would scrape them off and I keep the dog shit on. I probably wouldn't go in the house for a while. I'd walk around and just let it, gradually, get, worked off my shoe. But yeah, they'd be scraped off the bottom of my shoe. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy just to hear that from somebody. I'm not surprised, okay? That doesn't surprise me. But it's very infuriating when you realize the level of bullshit that our government is, and people go, "Well, they're gonna, they have a hard job." Oh my God! You're only gonna have a hard job is if you want to do your job right. If you don't want to do your job right, you're not gonna have a hard job. I got to go down to my parents' place, well, my mom's place now, and I got to do some plumbing work. Okay, now, is it a really hard job? Not really, but it's difficult, the level of difficulty, okay? But if I want to do the job right, I'm going to have to do it right. I'm going to have to do my due diligence. If I want to do it the way government does their job, all these government people do their job, I don't know. Maybe I'll tie it fast that the water shoots into it. And I hope that when you open the knob, it shoots in the right direction. I don't know. I, that's how government does shit because they do not have to do their job right. They don't need to. I was listening to Barnum World, and in Barnum World, you heard they would have sound bites of politicians. Barnum, I think he called it Barnum. Let me go back over it. Well, okay, I'm going to call it Barnum speak, where they have these "Make America Great Again." Okay, you know, we're all in one house. Okay, we can build back better. That kind of shit. Where they come out and they go, you know, they tell you these glowing statements. They have these glowing statements and this bullshit that comes out of their mouth to where, once you drank one sip, you can't stop drinking any sips. But anyway, kissing babies, you know, we're going to have this shit right here. We're going to have a town hall meeting. A town hall meeting. Good God. I don't go to town hall meetings. I don't want to hear that fucker. You know, you got people out there that will say, "Well, this guy in government and that guy in government are working to try to reform property tax." And I'm thinking they've been working at that for years now, and nothing has happened. Why? Because they're not going to do anything about it. They don't care. All right? They don't give a damn if you're paying property tax or if it's going up every year. They don't give a damn if you lose your house. All they give a damn about is their little easy little job and the money they get. That's it. But yeah, I'm working to reform property tax. My mother, well, she's retired and she's, it's like, wait a minute, you rich son of a bitch. You are rich and so is your mother. And I guarantee you, these people, I don't know if his mother does, but they get breaks. A lot of breaks to where they may not even pay property tax. But yeah, um, I tell you, yeah, well, I think I told you enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link in the description for Barnum World and Jones Plantation. Now, I think you're going to have to buy Jones Plantation. So I may not be able to put that in because that's not free. It's on a website. Let me go over here again. All right. Let's see. Let's go over to buy the film. What I don't know what it's going. Right. Okay. The original film is $10. Director's commentary is 15, and all access passes would be $20. So you're gonna have to pay. I can give you the link to the. I'll give you the link to the website. So, but anyway, that's it. I just want to say I forgot that and I got to get that in there. So I'm going to give you the link to Barnum's World and the link to the website where you can buy, if you want, the film, Jones Plantation, which is a good film. Yeah. Uh, a very touchy, controversial topic to what happens when slaves are essentially deluded to believe that they have a choice. Okay. Back during the time when they had slaves here in this country. Okay. So, you know, I want people to wake up. And it ain't, I don't get me wrong, man. It's not like when you wake up, things are going to get better. They're not. Okay. Now, whether it is actually darkest before dawn, I don't know. I didn't hang out at night and go, wow, it got a lot darker before dawn. But with this, it's going to be darker before dawn. It doesn't matter if you wake up or not. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. It's going to be brutal. It may be the final thing you ever experience or I experience. But I believe fighting for our freedom, however we got to do this, is very important. It's vital. Okay. So that's all I got right now. And yeah, I'll see you on Tuesday.